I've had some cool rock and roll encounters, so in this video I'm going to tell you two. The first one is like right at the top there. The second one is chuckle worthy, notable, cool. Me and my buddy in '93 went to see the Bad Brains, the seminal, influential hardcore punk band from DC that started in the 70s. I was excited to see them, but in the years since, I've gained more reverence for this encounter being at this show, because so many bands that are important and cool that I dig, I respect, were influenced by them, I've learned, and are like, oh, I was so influenced by the Bad Brains, oh, I love that. So, yeah. We saw them at this crappy dive bar type of metal punk kind of place, like a local CBGB's, the kind of place where you should see a band like this. And for those of you that don't know, they hit it hard, hardcore punk, all that aggressive, fast, but also have that reggae thing, the groove going on, so you have that balance of it. It's just beautiful and just, oh. It may have been the last time I moshed. It was just magical. The show ends. We're walking back to my friend's house. He lived not too far from the venue. I started not feeling so good. Got back, I was like shivering. I was like getting ill. A few days later or so, I was diagnosed with strep throat. As good as the Bad Brains made me feel, as much as they rocked my ass and everyone else there, they may have contributed a little bit, or maybe a lot, to me feeling quite ill. 4th of July weekend came and I was like in bed with my girlfriend at the time. Well, not like that though. I was very young, and anyway, that's another story. Just feeling horrible. But soon thereafter, I started getting into this because I would get sick quite a bit, and I was like, I gotta change some things, and I've been consistent with this ever since then, soon thereafter. But thank you, Bad Brains. Story number 2. My relationship with me and my long-time girlfriend, who I lived with for many years, came to an end. I was living in NYC, and I was still living at the apartment. It was a weird arrangement because all my stuff was there, and so she was heading for a night out with her friends and a band she was friendly with. They were having a performance, and I was gonna be by myself. I was like, "Where no friends around like this? What am I gonna do?" So I went for a long walk. I walked to the Lower East Side, which was like a 20-30 minute walk from where I was, and then I'm walking, sitting, reflecting, looking around. Ended up at Alphabet City, and for those of you that don't know, during the week, it is not the city that never sleeps. It never really is. At a certain point, it really is quite quiet on the streets. So I just see this woman standing, looking into this bar at the menu, considering going in, and start chatting. And we hang out. I'm thinking, hey, this is like in the movies. I'm gonna have fun, you know. I just ended the relationship with my girl, and it didn't turn out that way. Really. We're ending our time together. We go into a pizza place. And I say to her, hey, that guy. See a guy. He's in the Smiths. Yeah. I approach him. And I'm like, hey, you're in the Smiths, right? I'm like, oh yeah. I'm like, you're Mike Joyce, right? And he's like, no, I'm Andy Rourke. I was like, oh. I'm a fairly major Smiths fan. I wasn't as knowledgeable a handful or so years back as I am now. I felt bad. It's not like I confused him with Johnny Marr or Morrissey. Sorry, Mike Joyce and Andy Rourke. You're a great rhythm section, but you are really the guys behind the two main boys that were our Morrissey and Marr. You have to know this. But really, I am sorry, Andy, that I thought you were Mike. I'm sure you've gotten this before. And anyhow, he was DJing, so he gave me a card for his DJ gig. I think he still does this. This was back in '09, actually. And I'm fairly certain that the girl I was hanging out with, she got it. I was hoping, thinking that I'd see her again. I didn't, because in my life, a lot of the time, it doesn't happen like that. But I got to meet Andy Rourke, slightly embarrassed myself. Hopefully maybe I'll meet him again and I can share some of my music with him, or on his show or something. He can play some of my music and maybe, fantasy, hang out with the two mates, Marr and Joyce. In any case, thanks for listening to a couple of my rock and roll stories. Maybe there'll be some more. We'll see. Stay tuned.